Hey Anna, give me some more money.
Again, Tony? I gave you 300 just last week. Did you blow it already?
There's more things I want to buy now. I can't help it. I need you to transfer 500 into my account by tomorrow morning.
500? Are you kidding me? You need to find yourself a job.
You have no right to say that to me. Ever since you moved out of the house, you're acting like you're better than us, but you're not.
I'm only saying what needs to be said. Don't you feel ashamed asking your little sister for money all the time?
No. Should I? We're family, and you're the only one with money, so share it.
You should know that I'm not going to be supporting you forever. I need to save money for myself too.
There you go, using that word again. You're not supporting me. You're just lending me money every month.
Lending you money would imply that you'd give it back, but we all know you never will.
Yeah, well, whatever you want to call it. And if you're saving money like you said you are, you'll be expecting 1,000 for tomorrow.
1,000? You can't just up the amount like that. I'm going to tell you this right now. In case you weren't aware, I've got my own life I need my money for. That means things aren't going to continue the way they have been with these transfers.
Huh? Well, all that can be solved if you just move back home with Mom and me. It's because you're not living at home anymore that you've got all those extra expenses.
I have my reasons for leaving. I'm surprised you don't.
Huh, I know what you're talking about. That guy, huh?
Huh?
What? Did you think I didn't know? You used to be in your room talking on the phone. All night. I could tell by the conversations that you had found a man.
Were you eavesdropping on me?
In our old rundown house? Please, I didn't have to. The walls are so thin I couldn't help but hear you when my room is quiet.
Oh yeah. I guess that's true.
So that's how I know. And me being your big brother, I was worried about my little sister. I wanted to know what kind of guy my little sis was dating. So I waited outside your office to see if I could see the guy.
You did what?
Well, I know you don't go out much and I knew your office was big. So I figured that would be the most likely spot you met this guy. And just as I thought, I was right. When you left work, I saw you and some guy walking out together all happy and holding hands. You left home to go live with that guy, didn't you?
Well, yeah. So?
I knew it!
Okay then. Well, if you know that much already, I'll tell you this. I've been seeing him for over a year now and we're already engaged. I'm marrying him.
Oh. Then you've been seeing him even longer than I thought. Well, he must be a good guy then. You must have really changed after you got that job. I never pictured you as the dating type.
Oh, shut up.
If you're marrying him, I guess that means I've got two people who can support me now. This is great.
Huh?
Anyway, I'll expect the $1,000 by tomorrow morning.
Fine. But this is the last time I'll be transferring money to anyone. Make sure you tell Mom that too.
Okay. Until next month.
Over 1 month later.
Ianna. It's Mom.
What is it?
You haven't sent me any money this month. You know, I need your help with the bills.
What?
It's not like you to forget to do the monthly transfer. That's why I messaged you.
I didn't forget to do the transfer.
Oh, good. So, there's no problem? By the way, I'll need a little more than normal. So can you make sure it's in my account by tomorrow? I forgot I put an extra 400 on my credit card last month. That means I'll need 400 more than usual. Otherwise, I won't be able to pay off the balance. Thanks, Anna.
But I just gave Tony 1,000 at the end of last month.
Really? That much? Well, that's what you gave him. I still need my money. What he does with his money is his business. I've got my own bills to pay.
Does this mean Tony didn't tell you? I told him the 1,000 I gave him would be the last I'd be giving out.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
I'm getting married soon.
Oh yeah, I think your brother mentioned something about that. He said you're living with that guy now. So from now on, you're gonna be giving us twice as much money, right?
What? Twice as much?
Yeah, Tony said so. Because there's two of you now. You seem surprised. Oh, is that not going to start until after your wedding then? I see. Your brother and I can't wait for that. We're really excited. So try to have your wedding as soon as possible.
Do you two only hear what you want to hear?
Why? Is that not right?
How many times do I have to say this? The 1,000 I just sent to you guys is the last amount of money I'm ever sending you guys.
The last? What do you mean, last?
Exactly what I said. I don't know what Tony said to you. But I'm living with my fiancé now. We have our own life to live and our own future to plan for. How long did you think I was going to keep helping you out for? That 1,000 I gave to Tony is the last amount of money you two will ever get from me. That's exactly what I told Tony.
Wait, what?
And believe me, I only gave you guys that much because I felt sorry for you. How long did you plan on having your daughter support you? Your son's never worked a day in his life. Make him get out and get a job and start supporting himself.
Anna, just hold on a minute here.
And as for you, Mom, you got life insurance money when Dad died and you're getting pension checks. You shouldn't need any money from me at all.
Insurance money from your dad? That's long gone. That went towards the funeral and the trip I took after that to help me mourn. And that shopping spree I went on to help me mourn. And I had to redecorate the entire house after he died because everything reminded me of him. Remember? And then I took out that loan and bought all that other stuff. I've got to pay that loan back.
That's because you keep buying all those brand name items and things that you don't need. If you stop doing that and start living within your means, you'd have no problem.
But my social security is not enough. I need more money.
That's because you blow money like you're rich and expect other people to pay off your bills for you. You've got to realize you can't do that. If you don't have the money for something, don't buy it.
Anna, don't tell me how to live my life. Stop this right now. You're acting like a little kid throwing a temper tantrum. Start acting like an adult. You need to support this family.
I think that's exactly what you should say to Tony. I'm getting married and starting my own family soon. If you want someone to support you, look no further than the other person living in your house. I'm not going to be your source of income anymore. And if you want help, make Tony get a job. Either that or start budgeting so your social security pays for everything you need.
Anna, I can't believe you'd say that to me. You know your brother will never get a decent job. That's why I've been relying on you this whole time.
You know what you're doing? You're exploiting me.
Exploiting you?
The worst part is, I don't think you even know you're doing it. You and Tony don't bring any money into the house other than your social security, yet you spend money like crazy. And then you expect me to pay off your bills? And if I don't, you guilt trip me into thinking I'm a terrible daughter. But that's not going to work on me anymore. Ever since I met my fiancé, I've been thinking about my future and what I need to do. And if things continue the way they are, you too will expect me to support you for the rest of your lives. And that would mean I'd never have a life of my own.
That's not true. It's not like that.
What are you talking about? With your current financial situation, do you think it makes any sense for Tony not to get a job?
Well, I agree, but you've got a good paying job, so?
But I don't live with you anymore. I've got a different household with its own bills now. From now on, you two are going to fend for yourselves.
But Anna.
If you can't understand what I'm saying, then you don't really care about me. And if that's the case, I'm going to block you from contacting me.
Anna, don't.
Sorry. I've got things to do. Goodbye.
Several days later.
Hey, Anna. What the hell is wrong with you? Don't ignore me.
What do you want?
Mom's constantly on my back telling me to get a job. It's because of you, isn't it?
That's good.
What are you talking about? What's good about that?
It's good that she realizes you sitting at home and not working is only compounding her situation.
How dare you?
Look, Tony. You need to stop this and start being a man. You never went to college, you haven't had a job, you're 36 and you still live with your mom. Don't you get tired of sponging off your family? Aren't you ashamed to still be living with your mom? Even worse, you've been living off your little sister for so long. It's not like I'm only a year or two younger either. There's 10 years between us. Yet, I'm supporting you like you're my son. It's pathetic.
How dare you say that to me? You know what? I think your degree and all that working has turned you into an arrogant little witch.
That's still better than what you turned into.
You think just because you got a job with a good company that you're better than us now?
Is that not true? Remind me who the successful one is that the other is relying on?
Shut up. I'm heading over to your place right now and I'm gonna drag you back here myself. You can kick and scream all you want, but I'll still drag you back here.
Oh, does this mean you know where I'm living now?
Of course I do. When I went to find out who your boyfriend was, I followed you two back to his apartment. I figured it'd be useful information for the future. So don't think you can try to run from me now.
Oh, whatever will I do?
And that guy better not be there when I get there, or he'll have to answer to me as well. If I were you, I'd take this time to break up with him.
Why would I do that?
You know the problem with you? You never think things all the way through. You shouldn't have gotten involved with a man who wasn't willing to have you support me. And unfortunately for you, there probably isn't a man out there that would. You're gonna be supporting me and Mom whether you like it or not.
You really think so?
I'm on my way over right now. Get your stuff packed up and be ready when I get there.
1 hour later.
Anna, I know you're here. I'm here to take you back home. You think just because you turned off the lights and you don't answer the door I'm gonna go away? Open the door!
Whoa. You really came?
Of course. I'm taking you home. So open the door.
You know what?
What?
I'm not there anymore.
Huh? Did you go out for something?
That's not what I mean. We've already moved out of that place.
What? That's not possible. You would have had a 1-year lease on this thing. You only moved out of Mom's house 4 months ago. It's not that easy to get out of a rental contract. Do you think I'm stupid? So stop pretending to not be home. Get your ass out here.
Think about that though. That apartment was never in my name.
What? What do you mean?
That was my boyfriend's apartment. He lived there long before I moved in with him. And did you not wonder why I didn't take all my stuff from Mom's place when I moved out? It was because I knew I'd be moving again shortly, anyway. And I didn't want to lug around anything that wasn't absolutely necessary.
What are you talking about? So where did you move to then?
We moved overseas.
Huh? Overseas? What? Do you think I'm stupid enough to fall for that?
I'm not lying. I'm not in America anymore. I'm in the UK. And I'm not coming back.
No, no, no. That can't be. Why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense.
My fiancé is British.
What are you talking about? I didn't know that.
Well, you can't tell just by looking at him. But if you had ever spoken to him, you would have heard his accent.
He's really from the UK?
Yeah. He was sent over to the US for 3 years working on a project at our company. His project is finished now, so he moved back home where his family is. And since he's my fiancé and I had no reason to stay in America, I went with him. You just missed us by a couple weeks. Sorry.
What? Mom would never have allowed that.
I'm a grown woman. I don't need Mom's permission to do anything. It's already decided that I'm going to be getting a job at the company his parents own. So even if you do go to my old workplace and try to track me down, My old company won't know where I am. There's no connection between my old job and the new one. So you'll never find me.
Then you'd better give me all the money you've saved up until now.
No way. I've already given you more money than you ever should have gotten from me.
Mom's going to freak out when she hears this. You'll never hear the end of this.
I don't care about that. This cell phone isn't going to work much longer. I'm turning off the international roaming, canceling my contract, and I'm getting a UK cell phone tomorrow.
Wait. What? So we can't reach you?
I don't really want to get messages from you two anymore. So I'd say it's perfect timing. Make sure you tell Mom that too.
Anna, wait.
It was nice knowing you. Goodbye.
Afterward. According to what my friends later told me, my brother refused to believe that I had actually relocated overseas. Consequently, he waited outside my apartment all night, hoping that I was lying. When he finally realized that I wasn't returning, he went to my previous workplace in an attempt to locate me. However, upon being informed that I no longer worked there, he seemed unwilling to accept it. Despite this, he persisted in trying to force his way past the reception and into the main offices. As a result, security was promptly called, and my brother was forcibly removed from the building, in tears. At first glance, he may appear intimidating, but in reality, he is quite cowardly. The following day, I learned from my uncle that my mother and brother had attempted to contact him, hoping to obtain money without any valid reason. My uncle and I share a close bond, although my mother and brother are unaware of this fact. He was aware of how they had been taking advantage of me and understood my feelings about it. Consequently, when he realized that they had no intention of changing their ways and were merely seeking another person to exploit, he confronted them. He firmly informed them that no one in the family would ever assist them again. The last I heard, none of my aunts or uncles were maintaining contact with my mother or brother. From now on, they will truly have to fend for themselves.